My name's Aaron Cairo. I'm a sponsored skateboarder from the San Francisco Bay Area, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a no-comply big spin heel flip. Say what? Yes, a no-comply, which means you step off with your front foot, big spin heel flip, which means you big spin heel flip with your back foot. Front body does a 180, your board does a 360 heel flip rotation. So before you even get started in on this trick, you need to have a really good, a really mean front side 180 no comply. So you gotta have this down right here. Step off with your front foot, pop it with your back foot, and turn around. So 180, motion like this. Keep your back foot really close to that board the whole time and just get it popping around. Good. Now on the big spin heel flip, I really like this trick because it seems really crazy, seems really weird, but it's actually weirdly very easy. And I don't know how you play your game of skate if you count with step off tricks or not, but this is a killer in a game of skate. So first, I want you to understand how this spins. It literally spins just with your back foot. We're gonna get a close-up of the back foot here, right there. You're gonna pop down, and then your toe this way is gonna spin it that direction. The reason we call it a heel flip is because it spins in the heel flip direction like that, and it's gonna do a 360. So my back foot, my toe, the ball of my toe is right here, and it's gonna pop straight down. It's gonna shove forward, and then ever so slightest bit, it's gonna push the toes down, which is gonna cause the board to go like this and make that rotation right there. It's the rotation of a laser flip. So if you had a laser flip and a 180 with your body, you would be doing a big spin heel flip, which is the rotation that this is doing, with the addition that you're stepping off. Now, I cannot really do a laser flip. I cannot do a frontside big spin heel flip. This is so much easier. I just want to point out how much easier it is. So a good practice step is with your back foot. See if you can do this. It's funny, I say this is a good practice step, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't even really know if I could teach you that. For some reason, the 1 foot flip tricks are hard. You want to be able to get that rotation. And then you're gonna kick it extra hard and make it do a 360. Almost, you don't even almost really need to worry so much about the flip as much as the 360 rotation. Just flip it super hard. One thing I noticed that helps is you can't be too far back in the back pocket there with your back foot. You gotta be kind of centered on the tail. Centered so that when you dive your toe down, it creates that spin. So you'll notice that on none of those I even really did the rotation. But now watch what happens when I combine my front foot with that back foot and I step off and I really give it the gusto. See? Even there, barely even spun it, it almost worked. And then right there, it fully worked. So the great thing about this trick is it's almost always a practice step. You're always stepping off. You're getting that rotation down. And once you start getting that flick, you're feeling like, wow, this trick is so cool. I could do it everywhere. I could do it up things, down things, everywhere. Good. So another key factor of this is when you do your step off, you want to be pretty wide because the board is going to come flicking up like this. And oftentimes it's almost spinning up like this rotation and then down. And as soon as you're turning around, you want to catch it in the air with your back foot. Like that. So we can do this practice without jumping on the board. No injuries necessary on these step up tricks, which is nice. Good. So I have my weight really centered and I'm putting a lot of pressure right down on that back foot. And when I step off, I'm very over it like that. Very over the board. My weight's very centered. My upper body's looking forward. It's like that. And the board is gonna spin just underneath me. It's actually probably the best practice step you could do is put yourself in this motion where you're about to flick it. And you can kind of just leave your front foot planted. It's easier moving for sure. You can kind of see how you're getting the trick to feel. Key is that toe. Push down hard, toe forward. Needs to spin another little bit this way, but you can see how I got it. Now when I'm rolling, that spin will just naturally happen because you got extra momentum from the rolling. See? Then you just step on. Step off with your front foot, spin it around, back on with your back foot. I love it so much. One of my favorite tricks. If you're having too hard of a time getting the rotation or getting the spin, play around with different foot positions, with different motions, and just practice. You'll see me all the time. It's sort of a nervous tick. I'll be sitting there waiting to try a trick and I'll be like this, constantly doing that, which those are really hard. I swear those are way harder than this full trick. But a point I want to make is practice with different foot positions with your back foot and different feelings with your toes. For me personally, I feel like it's sort of a motion like this. My toe is very heavy. I'm pushing straight down and then I go forward and I move my toe like that. And then what's occurring with the board is it goes like that. So pop it, push that toe forward, and then it goes like that. It makes the rotation. It almost spins a little bit like that up through the air. Okay, we're gonna try and put it all together and do a couple decent ones. There we go. Step off, step on. As they said in Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. Yes. So things that can go wrong with this are you can try and jump on the board too early and land primo. Or you can go too late and it just doesn't really look so good. I'm kind of doing them all a bit late just to show you the motions. That's a good example of primo. You want to avoid that at all costs because primo hurts. Toes heavy. Another thing that I think will help you a lot, thing that's a little bit difficult for a lot of people is where to put your front foot, when to step off, and how your weight shifts there. So I have my front foot sort of angled a little bit, and then the second I remove my foot, the board is popping. So I have my foot almost in like the ejection seat off the side, like that. So I can go from my toe to my heel off and instantly pop it. The release of my front foot is what allows my back foot to slam that board to the ground, make it pop. And there's a little pressure that's built up there. There's a pressure because my front foot is holding it to the ground like that from my toes. My heels step off. And it creates this just weird, it's weird how easy it works, magical. And you're shooting the board in front of you, which means your upper body's back, your board is shooting forward. So again, from the toes, pop that back foot, let it roll. I love doing this trick on banks, in or out of a manual is cool too. Yes, in the middle of a manual. Super fun trick, super fun for a game of skate. Get out there and learn it, have an absolute blast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment below. And you, yes you, learn how to ride a skateboard. We got everything you need at brailleskateboarding.com.